Hi, everyone. When we've worked for many years and paid into Social Security, we naturally think that when it's time to collect our benefits, everything will go smoothly, right? Sounds fair, doesn't it? But once we start receiving those benefits, we realize that some of the Social Security rules are surprisingly complicated. It catches us off guard. There are things that if we don't know in advance could actually cost us money, sometimes even everything. So in this video, I want to share with you 5 things, 5 odd but very real truths about Social Security. These surprises are causing people to lose a lot of money, and the worst part is, many don't even realize it's happening. The first thing I want to talk about has to do with getting retirement benefits from Social Security. If you want to receive retirement benefits from Social Security, you have to work and pay Social Security taxes. You also need to earn enough work credits. Specifically, you need 40 credits to qualify for Social Security retirement. Right, folks? That's how it works. Now, 40 credits usually means you've worked for at least 10 years. That's because the maximum number of credits you can earn per year is 4. So if you earn 4 credits every year, then after 10 years, you'll hit the 40 credit mark. These credits are based on your income from work where you paid into Social Security. But what happens if you don't have the full 40 credits? Can you still get any money from Social Security? The answer is no, you can't. Let's say, for example, you turn 62. That's the earliest age to start claiming retirement benefits, and you've only earned 39 credits. Just 1 credit short. In that case, Social Security will not give you retirement benefits. Now you might be wondering, well, will they at least give me back all the Social Security taxes I paid to earn those 39 credits? The answer again is no, they won't. A lot of people feel that this is just not fair. And honestly, if you're someone who's close to 40 credits, like 38 or 39, please do whatever you can to finish earning those credits. It could just be 1 more year, maybe even just a few months of work. But it's worth it. Otherwise, you could end up with nothing. The second thing I want to talk about is this. Let's say you've worked, paid into Social Security, and earned enough credits to qualify for benefits. But then something unfortunate happens. You pass away before you ever get the chance to receive those benefits. So what happens to that money? A lot of people have worked for 20, 30, even 40 years, paying Social Security taxes their whole life. When they reach age 62, the earliest age to claim benefits, they might decide to wait a little longer so they can receive a higher monthly payment later. But sadly, some pass away before they ever claim a single dollar. Now, some of you might think, well, if I don't get to receive it, maybe my spouse or my children can get that money, right? That sounds reasonable. But here's the issue. What if you don't have any close family? Or what if you do, but they don't qualify to receive survivor benefits from your Social Security record? Then where does that money go? Will Social Security pay it back to your loved ones? The answer is no. They won't. All that money you've paid in over many years just gets absorbed back into the Social Security system. That's it. A lot of people feel this is very unfair. They think that's my money, but in reality, there's no rule that says you or your family get to designate where those benefits go if you die before receiving them. Unless your spouse or certain eligible family members qualify under Social Security's survivor benefit rules, the money is simply gone. And yes, that's hard for many people to accept. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is this. Social Security allows you to start claiming retirement early at the youngest age of 62. Of course, if you claim early, you're going to receive less than if you wait until your full retirement age. Let me give you an example. If your full retirement age is 67 and you wait until then to claim, you'll get 100% of your benefit. But if you decide to claim early, say at 62, you'll only receive about 70% of your full benefit. That's a 30% cut. So for instance, if you were supposed to get $1,000 a month at full retirement age, claiming early at 62 would only get you $700 a month. And here's the thing. Once you claim early, that reduced amount sticks with you for life. It doesn't go back up to 100% once you hit your full retirement age. That's a common misunderstanding. Now, here's where it gets even trickier. If you claim early, Social Security also places a limit on how much you can earn from working. Let's say you're 62 or 63 this year, and you decide to claim early retirement, but you also want to keep working a bit. Social Security has set an annual income limit. This year, it's $23,400, which breaks down to $1,950 a month. If you earn more than that limit from working, for every $2 you go over, Social Security will withhold $1 from your retirement benefits. A lot of people feel this isn't fair. They think, I've already worked hard, paid into the system, and I'm choosing to take a reduced benefit early. Shouldn't I be allowed to earn as much as I want without it affecting my retirement? But that's not how the rules work. Claim early, earn too much, and your benefit gets cut even more. All right. The fourth thing I want to bring up is about the Social Security benefits we receive. For example, retirement benefits. Now remember, these are benefits we earned by working and paying taxes into the system. So naturally, a lot of people assume, hey, I already paid Social Security taxes, maybe even federal and state income taxes too. So now that I'm collecting my benefits, I shouldn't be taxed again, right? That seems like common sense. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. Believe it or not, you can be taxed on the very benefits you already paid into. Yes, the same money you worked for and paid taxes on. Sounds unfair, doesn't it? But it's true. Here's how it works. When you receive Social Security benefits, the government looks at something called your combined income. That's basically half of your Social Security benefits for the year, plus any other income you had, whether from work, retirement accounts, investments, or anything else. Depending on whether you file taxes as a single person or jointly with your spouse, the IRS sets certain income thresholds. For example, if you're single and your combined income is over $25,000, or if you're married filing jointly and it's over $32,000, then anywhere from 50% to 85% of your Social Security benefits can be taxed by the federal government. And if you live in a state that also taxes Social Security benefits, not all do, but some still do, then you might end up paying state taxes on that money too. So what does that mean? You're paying taxes twice. Once when you earn the money, and again when you collect it as retirement. That's why a lot of folks feel like this is just plain wrong. They worked hard, paid their dues, and expected to finally relax in retirement, only to find out Uncle Sam is still taking a bite. The fifth thing I want to talk about, and I think many of you will agree this just doesn't feel fair, is the one-time death benefit that Social Security offers. This happens when a worker who paid into Social Security passes away, whether they died before receiving any benefits or after they had already started collecting. In that case, the surviving spouse or dependent children may be eligible for a one-time payment called the lump sum death benefit. But here's the shocker. That benefit is only $255. Yes, just $255. Now let's be real. What can you even do with $255 in today's world? That amount was set back in 1954, and now we're in 2025. That's over 70 years, and the amount has never changed. Meanwhile, inflation has skyrocketed. The cost of living has gone up, funeral costs have gone up, everything has gone up. But this benefit it stayed exactly the same. That $200 and $255 today doesn't even cover a simple funeral wreath, let alone any real end-of-life expenses. So when people say this feels unfair, they're absolutely right. Social Security hasn't adjusted this benefit to keep up with inflation over the decades, and as a result, it's become practically meaningless. All right, everyone. As you can see, some of Social Security's rules aren't as simple as we might think. These are the 5 things I wanted to share with you in this video. I'll see you again in the next one. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you next time.